and today we're going to be talking about something very real: summer, heat, and sweat, and my secret weapons against them. Hello, and welcome back to Leaks, Laughs, and Life with the Urostomy. I'm Dawn. Before we jump in, a quick reminder that I am not a doctor or a medical professional. I'm just a woman without a bladder, sharing what I've learned through my own journey, a lot of research, and plenty of trial and error. What worked for me may not work for everyone, so always check with your healthcare team when it comes to your own medical care. Okay, summer. All things fun, right? Except the heat and the sweat. This episode is all about summer clothing, swimwear, and how to survive the heat when you're living with the urostomy. Because nobody really prepares you for what 90-degree heat does to a pouch system and your patients at the same time. Let's just say this is one of those figured it out the hard way kind of episodes. First, let's talk swimming, because yes, you absolutely can swim with a urostomy pouch. I've found that if your seals around the edges of the wafer are good before you go into the pool, hot tub, or even the hot springs, you can actually enjoy the water without constantly worrying about what is happening underneath everything. For me, with my Coloplast Sensura Mio pouches and barrier strips, I have had no leakage from them even when I was wearing them for long periods of time. And I'm talking days, like 3 to 4 days at a time. Even when I was in and out of the hot springs, there were no leaks. I will talk about swimwear here in a few moments. First, let's talk about the summer heat. It is a whole different situation with the urostomy. It's not just about staying dry, it's about what happens between your pouch and your skin when it's 90 degrees outside and you're moving around living life with a somewhat uncomfortable, squishy feeling in the pouch vicinity. Someone said, use baby powder. I was applying every time I emptied my pouch. Baby powder was just not cutting it for me. I tried it. It helped a little, but not enough to deal with that sweaty, sticky situation. There had to be something better. So what did I do? I turned to my urostomy support group. And that's where I came across a solution that I honestly did not expect to love as much as I do. And you're going to laugh. And my new secret weapon is baby bibs. Yes, newborn baby bibs. Cotton, soft, with Velcro closures. I bought a pack of 5 for about $8, and I'm very happy with the outcome. They wrap around the wafer and close with a Velcro closure, and they sit between my skin and the pouch. They're not too bulky, and they really do help reduce that sticky, icky, sweaty feeling. And let me tell you, in 90-degree heat, it makes a huge difference. Now all is good down there. Summer clothing, it really does matter. I have found that skirts and dresses are way more comfortable in the summer. The airflow alone makes a big difference. And honestly, it just feels easier than dealing with waistbands from pants or shorts. Plus, I get the bonus question from my family of, why are you so dressed up? When I'm literally just trying to survive the heat like everyone else. I've also found a system that hangs off of a belt or a strap to hold my leg bag or nighttime drainage bag. It keeps things cooler and a bit more manageable, and not only does it reduce the number of trips to the bathroom, it is surprisingly comfortable. It eliminates the heat from the urine in the pouch, and all is good until it starts getting a bit full, and then I'm definitely aware that it's time to empty it. But overall, it does help keep things more climate controlled during long work sessions. Now let's talk swimwear. Last year I purchased a special pair of swim bottoms from a company called Urostomy Secrets. I could only get the bottoms, that's all they sold, but they did work well for me. The pouch sits inside a built-in pocket, kinda like a kangaroo pouch, which keeps everything secure and hidden. And then you can pair it with whatever top you want or just use something you already own. They only come in black, so it's pretty easy to match with. It does a good job of keeping the urostomy pouch tucked safely away so nothing's peeking out or shifting around. I've not tried a lot of other swimwear options yet because honestly, if something works, I tend to stick with it. One of those, if it ain't broke, I'm not fixing it. Now let's talk about something that if you're a newbie, you may not have experienced this yet. If you've been a urostomate for a while, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Pouch ballooning. Heat, movement, and just daily life can cause gas buildup in the pouch. It happens. I learned to manage it last year by either heading to the bathroom to burp the pouch, which essentially is just a fancy way to say empty it, or just paying attention to what is going on and handling it before it becomes uncomfortable, because it does balloon up quickly. And then I found out that there are special non-ballooning pouch systems that can help us with this, such as my Coloplast Sensura Mio system. No more balloons. And over time, you will figure out what works best for your body and your routine. It's not about perfection. It is about knowing your options and adjusting in real time. And at the end of the day, summer with a urostomy is not about trying to control every little thing. It's about figuring out what keeps you comfortable, what keeps you confident, and what lets you enjoy your life, even when it's hot enough outside to make everything a little more complicated than it needs to be. And if baby bibs help, then baby bibs it is. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Leaks, Laughs, and Life with Urostomy. If this episode helped you, made you laugh, or just made you feel a little more seen, that's exactly why I do this. You can find more episodes and links to my books, Leaks, Laughs, and Life with a Urostomy, the handbook, and also my journal, my plot twist journal, over at leakslaughslife.com. And you can also connect with me on social, where I share more real-life moments, tips, and honest conversations about life with urostomy. Until next time, remember, we are just figuring it out as we go, one plot twist at a time. See you next week.